The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the living room as I watched my friend Sarah pace back and forth, a furrow etched deeply in her brow. She was wrestling with a difficult decision about her career, one that, from my vantage point, seemed clearly to have a better and a worse path. My fingers twitched, an insistent urge rising within me to simply tell her what to do, to lay out the logical steps, to save her from what I perceived as an inevitable stumble. It's a familiar sensation, isn't it? That almost magnetic pull to intervene, to fix things for those we care about. We see their struggle, their potential missteps, and our immediate instinct is to swoop in, to offer solutions, to steer their ship clear of unseen rocks. We believe we're helping, driven by genuine care and a desire to alleviate their pain or prevent future regret. Yet in that quiet moment, as Sarah continued to deliberate, I felt a different kind of pull, an internal counterforce, a gentle reminder of a deeper discipline. It was the discipline of stillness, of allowing, of respecting the intricate journey unfolding before me, independent of my influence. This isn't about indifference or a lack of compassion, far from it. It is, in essence, a profound act of respect for another's autonomy, coupled with an unwavering commitment to our own virtue, our own sphere of influence. Think of it as two distinct circles. One circle represents what is within our control, our judgments, our desires, our aversions, our actions, our character. This is the domain of our virtue. The other, vast and encompassing, represents everything outside our control. Other people's opinions, their actions, their choices, the weather, the past, the future, even our own bodies and reputations. When we attempt to control or fix others, we are, in essence, trying to operate within that outer circle, a place where our efforts often lead to frustration, resentment, and a profound sense of powerlessness. I remembered a time, not so long ago, when this lesson was much harder for me to grasp. I had a colleague, Mark, who was perpetually late, missed deadlines, and seemed to float through his responsibilities. My initial response was to constantly offer advice, gentle nudges, even direct criticism, convinced that if I just said the right thing, he would get it. I spent an enormous amount of mental and emotional energy on him. The result? Mark remained unchanged, and I became increasingly irritable and exhausted. My focus had shifted entirely from managing my own responses and responsibilities to trying to manage his. My virtue, my peace, suffered. It was then that the Stoic wisdom truly began to resonate. Some things are in our control and others are not. This simple yet profound teaching became a lifeline. The discipline of letting others be is not passive resignation. It is an active, conscious choice to channel our energy where it actually counts, into cultivating our own wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It means recognizing that each individual is on their own unique path, learning their own lessons at their own pace. When I applied this to Mark, I stopped trying to fix him. Instead, I focused on my own work, on meeting my own deadlines, and on adjusting my own processes to account for his potential delays without resentment. If a task depended on him, I communicated clearly, set realistic expectations for myself, and accepted that his choices were his own. The internal shift was remarkable. My frustration lessened, my focus sharpened, and, ironically, our working relationship improved because it was no longer burdened by my attempts to control him. This is the beauty of this Stoic discipline. It frees us. When we release the burden of trying to orchestrate outcomes for others, we liberate a tremendous amount of mental and emotional energy. This energy can then be directed towards refining our own character, pursuing our own goals, and engaging with the world from a place of clarity and calm. It's about understanding that our role is not the architect of someone else's life, but rather to be a steady presence, a source of support if asked, and above all, an example of how we ourselves navigate the world with integrity and virtue. We can offer a listening ear, perhaps a perspective if genuinely sought, but we must resist the urge to seize the steering wheel. We allow others the dignity of their own choices, their own struggles, their own triumphs, and yes, even their own mistakes. For it is often through these very experiences that profound growth occurs. This discipline asks us to practice patience, to cultivate non-judgment, and to trust in the inherent capacity of others to find their own way. It challenges us to examine our own need for control, often rooted in fear or attachment, and to gently release it. In doing so, we not only grant others their freedom, but we also secure our own inner peace. We stand firm in our virtue, knowing that our path is clear and our energy rightly directed. What are your thoughts on this discipline? Have you experienced the peace that comes from truly letting others be? Share your reflections in the comments below, or connect with us and let's explore these ideas further. We appreciate you being here.